I'll do it, all right.
How many of you were at the rave last night? How many of you have not slept since you arrived?
How many of you took Cialis?
Well, did that answer your question? Yes, Charlie.
What was your best? What do you think your best show was? What was your best episode?
Who?
For each of you, which one do you think has been your best episode? But Eddie from acting and
I think she's asking
writing.
Eddie about Warehouse 13, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You know,
I
I
think
thought
you're
there was an episode.
She just wants to know which episode is her favorite.
I hope this is stuff that I hope ends up in our outtakes thing. When I first met Kay, we were standing there and she was over there and they were doing her shot or whatever, and I just started going, shh. She just looked over and I was like, what? I'm Star Trek, man. You cool?
What is your favorite episode?
My favorite episode of Star Trek?
On Warehouse 13.
My favorite episode of Warehouse 13 from season 1 was an episode called Duke, which actually Deric and Ben wrote, where Micah goes into the mirror. Lewis Carroll's mirror. Great episode from Joanne. She got to do some great stuff, and it was around that time where I just thought, wow, I think we're doing something. And not to be too grandiose, but I felt like we might, I think we're doing something special here.
Yeah.
Because I just imagined the pitch movie, like, okay, there's a Studio 54 disco ball. And the disco ball is they're going to go inside the mirror, and then she's going to become, Alice Liddell, and it's like so outlandish. And
Wow, it's like he was almost in the room. There is a Studio 54 disco ball.
Because that's exactly how Deric talks. He's allowed it. But I mean, and I thought, wow, this show is really cool. And so from season 1, that would be my favorite. And then season 2, I think it was probably Around the Bend, which for me, written by Bob Goodman, for me it was a chance to explore the darker side of who Pete was. And ironically, the episode starts with Pete at his almost silliest. He's doing the Sherlock Holmes, and then he does the thing with the horror, and it's just this insane, barrage of ridiculously, or as Saul would put it, Eddie McClintock buffoonery. Yes, one day at dinner, Saul was like, maybe dial down the buffoonery a little this year. And I was like, he goes, no, I mean that the best possible way. Anyway, so that was my great, and then this year, again, I think next week's episode.
Spoilers.
What's the episode?
No, what happened in Shadows?
Shadows. It's kind of, Pete and Jane's
We go back in time.
Yeah.
We travel back. Is that your phone?
Here's my mom. Hi, Mama. Guess I'm sorry, I'm at a panel right now. Say hi to Kate real quick.
Is this really his mother? Lynn. Oh! He says it's his mother. Yes. It's good to hear from you, Linda. There are like 2,000 people here, but they can't chat. Thank you, Deric.
Yeah, I know, we're just hanging out on the panel. say.
I want to say something, because I don't want to miss the opportunity to have said it to you. You meet a lot of actors who are good actors, a lot of actors who are trained, a lot of actors who are famous, a lot of actors who are many, many things. But this guy is a natural actor, and that's very rare. And I remember from my training as a very young actress, oh boy, this is going to be very difficult, because I too come from the school of shoot from the hip and skate fast. And when I met Eddie, I saw immediately he acts as quickly, if not more so, than he thinks. He's ahead of himself, and it all comes out in this beautiful sort of utterly natural way. So I wanted to give you that compliment in front of everybody. Actually, you're very natural too.
Actually, Deric, I do want to finish up that question.
Yes.
For you, what is maybe the favorite,
Well, I
your
think
favorite episode to write?
it's kind of funny. I mean, Eddie pretty much hit it on the head. It was due for Ben and myself. That was our first episode. That was actually our first episode of writing for television. And it was also for the writers that you start with, our amazing showrunner. I mean, he really is great. My boss, Jack Kenny, who really is the captain of the ship, and he and it just really encourages all the writers. It's because it's a team effort. I mean, yeah, our names are on the credit, but I can honestly say that I am, a part of every single story, and all the writers are, and because it's a huge, just collaborative effort coming from the writing side and to the talent side, and we have an amazing production.
But what makes it so special? I mean, we know it's tongue-in-cheek, we know it's very smart, we know it's very...
I think it's just operating from in an honest, earnest place to make, deliver the best show that you want, because we're all fans. We're all fans of you. We're all fans of, of telling just great stories and characters, and we have fun. I mean, it's like, pardon my French, but I get paid to make shit up all day long. It's just like I sit in the room with 9 other writers, and when you can have robots, when you can have arguments about robots fighting gorillas, or a compass that can basically open up dimensional rifts in one episode, or hey, let's throw Micah in a mirror. It's like what? It's like it's so much fun, and every single week we have no one episode is the same, which is it's like delivering mini movies every single week, not like Sharktopus.
Yeah.
Unless you have Mega Pete versus Mega Crocodile or something.
Yeah.
But we really just have a lot of fun, and I think for Duke was sort of like that episode where it all clicked for us. Because that was the first season where if you go back, you look at all the seminal episodes of that first season, you have the pilot, and the pilot was in one sort of tone, like, okay, I think this is what the show's going to be. And then it wasn't until Drew Greenberg's episode, Claudia, where we introduced Allison, that really took the episode into another way. We're a family. This is a family, and I think that's also what it is. I think we're a family through and through.
Yeah.
From the writers, the cast and crew. When we go up there, Jack invites all the writers to be a part of, the experience up on set. He wants a writer up on set. And, we're up there, and we just have a blast. I mean, have a blast with hanging out with Eddie, and it's someplace that you want to be every single day. So I think Duke was like, fun. And then I think maybe for this year, 40th Floor just took it to another level for Ben and myself, because we wanted to do a high octane, sort of like 24 Weeks Die Hard, real-time episode, and it just came together in such a fun way, and we're just really excited about it.
And is it speaking out of school? Eddie, you'll have to educate me about your school. To talk about
6 years.
what happens at the end, and what's going to... Yeah, okay, speaking out of school.
Oh, what? No, that's the
No, because I think that it's amazing the way we ended this.
Oh, no.
A lot of people want to talk about the way it ended. Oh, no.
No.
No, for all my Doctor Who fans out there, spoilers.
But the way that 40th Floor ended, with Pete going, Mom? So brilliant. But the way we had it edited originally is Pete says, Mom? And then there's a beat, and then it fades to black.
Yeah, it cuts to black. We wanted sort of like that lost, you know, like sort of.
And then,
But
the way they did it was, he goes, Mom, and they went, next week on, where else are you? He's in Seattle. We gotta squeeze in more.
Jane becomes Jane Curtin, stay tuned.
But,
Jane Curtin and Kate McClintock, battle it out. Can't play the century. Jones versus Braun.
but next week's episode, I mean, what was it next week? DragonCon. What do you guys do?
That's the response I got the other day when I said, man, I'm so glad to be here at Comic-Con. I was drunk. Is that so wrong?
Next week's episode.
Next question, please.
Bob Goodman wrote 321, the big episode that had H.G. Wells in it this year, and Holly Harold who wrote Queen for a Day, where we saw the other Voyager character.
I don't know who you're
He's ex-wife.
You didn't tell me that that's what you told me. Needed a little extra Cialis for that.
I don't want my ladies to get all, in a chip. I want my ladies to get all, up in arms and stuff.
A normal question. Yes.
Deric, speaking of artifacts, when you guys come up with an artifact, how much research goes into the potential